Hello, everybody. Give it a minute or so here. Plus, I need to share to my page, a couple other pages. Hopefully, maybe. There we go. Finally. Oh, shit. Turn it down. Don't want to hear myself. All right. So, how is everybody doing today? Say hello. Let me know you're here. Oh, goodness. It's chilly here. Hello, Miss Beck. And I do mean chilly. Has been the past couple of days, actually. It has. Hello, Pen. Hello, Mama Jean. Hello, Tina. Hello, Ella. Hello, Jane. All right, let me get this back off here. Turn off all the noise. All right. Okay. Whew. Hello, Lynette. All right. Okay. What y'all seen? Hello, Mama. Hello, Pam. And Pamela. Hello, Denise. Okay. So this evening, as y'all seen, we're doing this sign ribbon set. So the only thing you get in this kit is this sign, this 1.5 inch ribbon. It's got the eucalyptus leaves on it. Well, hello, Miss Marianne. And this 2.5 inch. Now this, I don't know. I just have a hate relationship with this type for some reason. Every time I try to do ribbon tails with it, like, it might not be all ribbon. It could just be this roll. I don't know, but I, like, it kept wanting to curl. Like, I don't know. So I didn't use it in ribbon tails because I didn't like how it looked. So I'll probably use it in my bow, but it's kind of a mint green. It matches the kind of lighter color, you know, in the sign. So, but that's all you get because it's just a sign and ribbon kit. So this is all you get. All right, sign, 2 rolls of ribbon. Okay. Woohoo! Not a hard working woman today, huh? Miss Marianne. Hello, Tina. Hey, Sherry. Thanks, Mama Jean, for sprinkling. If y'all could sprinkle me out, I'd appreciate it. All right, so let me put this ribbon over out of the way. Get it to where it'll stay anyway. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and put that in my trash. Okay, so, hello, Miss Judy. Like I said, that's only a sign and 2 ribbon kit. So I chose to use this mesh with it. I also got some eucalyptus leaves, and there was it's a bunch of eucalyptus, a bush I should say. It had a bunch of leaves on it, and then you can't really tell. Well, I can't tell on that one, but this one you might be able to. Some of them are lighter colored, some are dark. The bush had the darker silver dollar eucalyptus on it. So I did find a garland too that had like your regular looking eucalyptus and then the silver dollar eucalyptus on it. Plus it also had like the little I guess it's not flowers yet, but like the buds for the flowers that eucalyptus can get. Well, thank you, Marianne. And so of course I just kind of made my own picks. So that's all I done. I just took some of the dark green eucalyptus from the bush and then the lighter green silver dollar eucalyptus from the garland plus this here. But you can just use regular eucalyptus. You don't have to go to the lengths I did to do it. But I think I only made 5 of these. Because where the sign, it's 10 by 10, by the way. So you'll have the sign taking up a good bit of the room plus your bow. So I didn't make a whole lot of those. Or did I do 6? Actually 6, sorry. So I also chose to use the oval board. Since the sign is like so big and it's square, I chose the oval board to put it on. Hello, Miss Brenda and Sharon. So I chose the oval board and I'm going to use every hole on the outside row. And I've already preloaded it and I've kind of already started a little bit. Wanted to see what it looked like. So there's that. And again, like I said, this kit is just the sign and 2 ribbons. So you have to use your own board, your own zip ties. You can add more ribbon to it. Like I added the eucalyptus and all that. You can even use a different board. I'm just kind of giving you an idea of what you can do with this kit. So I added my cable ties in certain places and of course my pipe cleaners. So that's already done up. And like I said, I'm going to be using all 20 holes on the oval board. So you're going to need 22 pieces of the mesh cut at 18 inches long. And then you're gonna, and I'm just using this for the ribbon tails because like I said, I had a hard time for some reason. That other ribbon, it didn't want to comply. It was driving me nuts. So I was like, okay, fine, you're just gonna go in the bow. So these are gonna be the only ribbon tails. And I only have 9 of these and they're cut at 14 inches. Because I'm not gonna, I might use more, I don't know, but I'm not gonna put, tons of ribbon around. And plus I'm only using every other. So one of these will be in behind the bow or the sign. So there's that. Let me kind of lay these out of the way. Okay, so lay those there. Oh, did I say 22? I meant 20 pieces. Sorry, Judy. I misspoke. 20 pieces at 18 inches long. Whew. Girl, it's been a day. I've been working on several different things today, so. But yes, I'm sorry, Judy. I misspoke. It is 20 pieces cut at 18 inches long. I'm using all 20 set of holes. So, okay. I'm going to bring you down to the board. You're just keeping me in check. So let's go down to the board and let's get started. Hopefully. Whew, get this camera turned around here. All right. I think we got you in there. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. This is the bottom, so I'm going to turn this around here. And I kind of marked where I wanted my sign So I'm gonna kind of go a little backwards to what we're all kind of used to. The sign's kind of blank right here. So I thought, well, I'm gonna be a little bit of an oddball, and I'm gonna kind of put my sign here and then put like a bow over here. So your sign's gonna be at 11 o'clock, which normally most of us will put our bow, and then, you know, down here at 4 or 5 o'clock, we usually put the sign, but I'm gonna put the bow this time and see how it looks. I don't know if I'll do a terry bow or if I'll do a bow with tails. I'm still kind of uncertain on that. May see what you all think. So, all right. So, and of course, since our bow is going to be kind of in here, I'm not going to put like a ribbon tail in here because the bow will just hide it anyway. So, I know, I'm telling you, girl, my brain, like I said, I've been working on several things today, which you know, because I sent you pictures of one thing I was working on, which y'all seen a hint of it in the background there, but Lord Mama, I'm telling you. So I'm going to go ahead and show you, which y'all probably know what I'm going to use, because again, us people here in the Northeast, we have a storm door and a regular door. So we tend to like wreaths that are kind of flatter. That way they'll fit in between the doors. So I really like using the folded, what I call the folded woodland ruffle, okay? Or kerfluffle, whichever terminology you want to use. So that's what I'm going to use for this one. And I'm also going to do curl side up. So I'll show you a couple times how to do it. Hello, Margaret. Hello, Karen. So, girl, I ain't a mathematician either, so, you know. Okay, so here is our 18 inches and curl side up. We're going to roll this a couple of times. Get our handy dandy clothespin. All right, and we're going to come over here. We're going to curl this side up and then just pull down, push up with your thumbs, get that little hump. And that little hump just kind of makes the ruffle a little more prettier, so to say. And then I just like to make the ends pretty even, so just adjust down there like you would on ribbon tails. Math is hard, Beck. All right, and then I'm just going to bring it up, create that nub right there, grab a zip tie, put it around there. Like, y'all, algebra, that's, and not all algebra, but algebra is about as far as I go. You forget all the other stuff, and then shoot, you don't even use algebra that much in everyday life, so, you know, it's like, I don't even know why they require you to have half the math they want you to have in school anymore. And geometry, forget it. I didn't do good in geometry. Like, I failed the first part of the class, and then my friend, he finally got it through to me, helped me out a good bit on it and helped me pass the class, let's put it that way. So, hello, Miss Nancy. Hello, Keri. So, and again, so there's our, some people say it looks like a little angel, which in a way it does, but there's my folded woodland ruffle. And then we're just going to come over here. And we're just going to lay it right in here on top of the other. Yeah. Like I said, the bow's going to go here, so that's why I'm not going to put any ribbon tails or the pick that I have. So, because I'm going to put my bow here. All right. I just cut that off, and I've already got a bunch of these made up, so Yeah, algebra. I hear you. Dude, they even put me in honors algebra. Like, are you kidding me? You know, honors algebra. Why? Why would you put me in honors algebra? And then the only reason why I passed it, right, um, was because my teacher hung out with my dad at Dairy Queen after my dad got off work, plus he got out of school teaching. That's the only reason why I passed. So, you know, he always called me Eisenhart because that's my last name. He's like, Eisenhart, I really like your dad. And you are so failing my class. But because I like your dad, I'm going to pass you, Eisenhart. I think he gave me like a C. Like, all right. Well. So, yeah. Did I get a new camera? No, it's still my same camera, but I am working on getting another camera. So, oh gosh, they've changed math all the way around, Beck. All this Common Core crap and whatever else. And so, oh yeah, like I showed Randy the one. He's like, well, that's cheaper than the one you have now. And the one you have now don't even zoom. I'm like, yeah, I know. Don't zoom at all, man. Like, go figure, you know? So, anyway, okay. So, I think this one will be our last one that we ain't putting the mesh in. So, there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Because, like I said, our bow's going to go right here. So, I don't want to waste, ribbon. I mean, if you want, by all means, you can go ahead and put ribbon tails in here every other one if you want to. Totally up to you. You can even do a different petal than what I'm using. You can do the actual woodland ruffle if you wanted. So, but this is just going to be my version. That's me, Elaine. Like, my niece, nephew, like, forget it. Like, multiplication tables, okay, I can teach you how to do them, but beyond that, the addition, subtraction, division, all that crap has changed. Like, it's like, nah, forget it. Like, why take something that is super easy and make it harder? Like, there's more steps and stuff in that Common Core crap, and so, like, I don't know. I don't get it, but anyway. Beyond my mental capacity. Oh my gosh, that's so funny, Marianne. I didn't even take calculus. I wasn't about to take trig, nothing. Like, they wanted me to take trig and calculus. I'm like, dude, you realize I have a C in algebra, right? But it's because my chemistry. They wanted me to go into like some kind of like chem major. And that's because I was, chemistry, I was fine, in those and biology and stuff. But I was like, no thanks. Like, I don't like math. I'm not going to take that stuff. I'd never pass it. I know I wouldn't. I'm not going to. No, we ain't doing it. Okay, so I'm going to get this. And we're going to grab a ribbon tail, which, like I said, 14 inches long. And you can fold it over to find the middle if you want. Me, I just kind of assume the middle and I just scrunch and we just bring it around in a V. And if it's short, like you can see, well, you can see here it's a little short. All you got to do is adjust down here. Just move it up, move it down in order to get the two sides even. That's all you got to do. So, and then I'm just going to pinch it to make what we call a little nub there. Grab one of my rubber bands. Now, you don't have to do the rubber band. You could just lay it right down on there, but out of habit, because I try to do a lot of my stuff ahead of time if I can. And it's just mainly out of habit, so we're just going to go ahead. And the wire wants to extend past your ribbon, so whack that off. Well, another thing, my algebra teacher, the one that liked my dad, he also taught college, okay, which a lot of my high school teachers taught in the local college, community college. Well, he would teach us like he did his college students. And that's how he expected us to do it. Me, I didn't understand it that way. So I was using our book and trying and doing it. Like I would get the right answer, but the problem, you know, how you have to show all the steps, you know, those would be wrong. But I would get the right answer. But he would count it wrong because I didn't do it the way he wanted it done. Like he taught the college kids, which to me, I think it's a load of crap. I'm not a college kid. I'm a high school student. But I didn't care for that at all. So to me, if you get the right answer, and like I said, I was doing it by the book that we used in high school, then it should have been right. But he wouldn't count it right. So whatever, dude. Now the bow may even have this. I don't know. Like, I'm hoping not, but it may. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick it on here. If it does, I guess. So. Oh my gosh. Remedial algebra. Gee whiz. I mean, I had that honors crap, but yeah, I don't understand. Yeah. Neither did your mother. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway. So like, you know, helping Abby and them, I'm like, oh, well, I can help you, but it's not gonna be the way you all do it because I didn't understand how to do it how they did. Hello, Charlotte. You know, I had no clue. So we're gonna take another zip tie. We're gonna go right over top of the one we just stuck in here. Now you can put all three in here, but to me it's easier to do the ribbon tails, which I need to pull out a little more, and the mesh in, and then add in the pig. So cut this little piece off. I wasn't sure how long to make that, so go ahead and whack that off. It was in honors lunchtime. Well, there was a lot of my lunch times I gave up to go and meet up with my geometry teacher and my algebra teacher just to try and get more help because you know, they always told us that we could come to them during lunchtime, you know, and they would give us extra help, but it still didn't matter for me. Like, I finally caught on to geometry, but I mean, algebra, you know, some of that's alright, but then once you get into some of that, no thanks. Like, I've not used none of that stuff in my everyday life, you know. Main thing you use in everyday life is pretty much addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. And if you're, you know, every now and then you have your fractions, but those are usually just adding and subtracting, and that's not nothing crazy, you know. So Excel does your math. Oh, that's too funny. All right. So there's that. So the next one, we're just gonna put in a plain Jane piece of mesh. That's all we're gonna put in here. How are you connecting that ribbon? I missed that part. I'll show you again here in just a minute. Because I'm going to do every other, except for a few, where the sign and the bow is. So you'll see it again here in a second, Margaret. Okay, so then we're going to come in here. Another one of our mesh pieces. What? No, I don't want to end the stream. Why did that even pop up there? Okay, so 14 inches long on the ribbon. And we're just going to bring it around. Pinch us up, get our little nubbin. And again, just put our rubber band around it. Well, true. I mean, that's like another thing, you know, they always told us, well, you're not going to have a calculator in your pocket everywhere you go. Boy, were they wrong. Got a phone in our pocket, calculator, Google. We got everything in our pocket. Calendar. Excuse me. Okay, so our mesh piece. And there's our ribbon tails. And we're just going to zip tie it in here. Shoot, even like Abby and him, like, they let them use their phone. Like, but that ain't fair. We had to go buy them $50, $60 calculators, and so, you know, done all them special things that you had to have for algebra and geometry and stuff, and trigonometry too, probably. Oh, mercy. All right, and again, we're putting this right over top the one we just done, the zip tie. And I don't want you going in the mesh. I'll start on this side. Yeah, that too. Back in the day, them encyclopedias, holy crow, man. Whew. But I do gotta say, you still probably would learn more from the encyclopedia books than what you would Google. Unless you actually looked up the actual encyclopedia version, probably. So, okay, so there's that. Grab us another one of our little picks here. And we're just gonna lay it right in there. And I'm gonna cut that off because that's a little long too. Like I said, I wasn't sure how long to make them, so. All right. So let's get it in here. Zip tie it down, tighten it up. Cut off the excess. All right. I'll bend that up just a little bit. I don't like it looking flat and squishy. I want it kind of, you know, to where it can move around a bit, you know. Okay. So let me go ahead and show you again how I'll do the folded woodland ruffle. So our mesh, which is 18 inches, you want to curl side up. And what we're going to do, we're going to start with this end. We're just going to curl it under, roll it a couple of times, Put your clip on there. Turn it around, do the same thing with this side, and then push up with your thumbs, pull down with your fingers to create a hump, and then just scrunch to the other side, and just bring it around. Pinch down here to get a nub. And there's your folded woodland ruffle. Now you can even, like I said, turn it over if you don't want the curls. You can turn it over that way, or you can turn it this way to where the curls show. But on this one, I'm going to do with the curls showing. So, that zip. And the reason I use the zip tie on this is because if you don't, a lot of times, like when you go to put it right on here without zip tying it, it will, the middle will shoot out. So I'll just go ahead and zip tie it and then stick it in here. So again, this one's going to be plain, just your piece of mesh, nothing in with it. Tie it down in there, cut your extra off. All right, so now we're going to get up here. Yeah, I'll do it a couple more times, Tanya. Not a problem. No worries, Margaret. None whatsoever. But yeah, I'll show it a couple more times. Okay, now this is where my sign's going to go. So again, this one here, no, because the sign starts there and ends here. So I'm just going to put the mesh in here. I'm not going to do any ribbon tails, I don't think, because I don't think they'll show. Like I'll do another one here, and I'll lay the sign on here, and we'll see if any of the ribbon will show. If it does, I'll add some, but I'm just not sure. So without doing it, you know, making it up here, I just don't know what will show and what don't. So I might have to glue, I'm gonna go ahead and glue this together because I want it to hide the zip tie down in there. You might not see it, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it real quick. Just a dab of glue there. Hold these two curls together. Some of them, it don't matter. You won't see anything, but some of them do because it won't hide the, like the zip tie and stuff. So, okay. So let's get this in here. And then I'll do another one. Well, let me see if you can tell if it's sign. Well, I guess actually you will, at least here. So let's go ahead and add a ribbon tail on this one. So I think you'll see a little bit of it, so we'll stick it in here. Right. Like I said, I just don't want to put it on there if you're not going to see it at all. Take one glue string. I mean, why waste it, you know? Hello, Miss Dina. So, all right. So there's that one. I'm going to use this last one that I have pre-made on this side. And then I'll show you how to do it again. right. Alright, there we go. So I wonder too, actually. No, because that'll just squish if I put the greenery in there. Okay, never mind. I don't want to, at least I think. Yeah, because that actually goes down just a little further. So yeah, it'll do nothing but just squish it. So, all right. Sorry. All right, so let's move that over to the side. We'll grab another piece of mesh here. Oh, thank you, Miss Dina. Okay, so 18 inches, curl side up. Just come down here, and we're just gonna tuck this in under and curl it, roll it, whatever you want to call that. Turn it around, do the same thing with this end, roll it up. You're going to push up with your thumb and pull down with your fingers, because then you create a hump, and that just gives it more of a ruffle on the edges. And then you're just going to scrunch it right on up, and then just bring it around like you do the ribbon tails. And I try to do the same, make sure these are, you know, even here. I realize they are, then I'll put a zip tie around it. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and see how that's like splitting out there a little too much. We'll just put a dab of glue on there to keep it held together a little bit. All right. So there's our folded, what I call a folded woolen ruffle. All right. So just bring that on over here. Place it in here, and then I'm going to get the sign and lay it down here to see if we can. Ow. Pinched my finger in there. All right. Cool, Tanya. Of course, I'll be doing it one more time too. So, yeah, Dana is a longtime friend. I know her from our Stormfall game playing days on Facebook. She's an amazing woman. Okay, so let's grab our sign again. Lay it down on here. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and stick one here too. You're not gonna see, but maybe just this side of it, but we do want to kind of make it the same all around, so we are going to end up probably cutting more of these. Or maybe not. Maybe I accounted for it. Miss Dana likes to paint too. I used to paint. I never really stuck with it though. Hello, Linda from Tennessee. All right, so let's just go ahead and put that down in there. And just curl these out. All right, grab us another piece of mesh. Put it down in here, tighten it up, and cut the zip tie. Alrighty. That's awesome, Dana. I love a lot of your paintings too. Alright, another mesh piece. Lay it in here. I know you're not going to see this one, so from what I could tell when I had it laying, the sign laying down just a second ago. So I'm not going to put one in this, I don't believe. But I am going to here. Okay, so let's grab another piece of mesh. I'm glad you got back into it. For me, crafting is therapy and de-stressing. So, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put another zip tie over top of this one. Gonna start our ribbon tails and our pick again here. Get that where it don't go up through the mesh anyway. I should have added the ribbon tail in there with the mesh, but I didn't do it. Okay. Let's just go ahead and lay it in here. And then again, the sign might even hide this pick. So if it does, I may see if I can get it to where it kind of goes over top of it, maybe. The sign. Hopefully. So we'll see how it goes. Oh wow, Miss Linda. I have a couple of rolls. I seen that and I was like, that would go good with this sign, and you know, kind of keep with the kind of homey feel, you know. True, Dana. And I envy that mountain view you got. I miss my mountain view. I do, I do. One thing I miss the most. I used to have some awesome sunsets and just have to walk out on my porch and there you go. Here I have to drive to see a sunset. Alright, so here is just the mesh. I miss my mountains too. Alright, one more piece in here. Grab one of our ribbon tails. Well, I mean, there is, but I don't like live on the side of one like I did in West Virginia, to where I had that view out and about. So, I mean, if you're all up for the scrap metal, you know, business view, you're set here. Because that's across the street from us. So, I get to see very little wildlife here versus back home. Back home, I lived on a farm, an old farm. I used to see deer every day, a bear once on a blue moon. But I would think here, like, we would see deer. Randy said they're out a lot at night here. I guess the noise from the scrap metal place kind of scares them during the day, so they're not, here during the day. We have seen turkeys, but it was just one time. But at night, you hear the owls, foxes, coyotes. Well, hello, Angie. And so we hear all that. We did have a bear in the driveway. It was late one night, though. So, I mean, Randy was out there smoking a cigar, and it just basically walked right up to the truck and walked right along the truck, and Randy told it to get out, and it took off. So, but I have tons of gray squirrels, though. I have a ton of blue jays. I've been feeding blue jays and little blackbirds. I got about 4 squirrels. I even have one squirrel. He's got like a little bobtail. I have a resident chipmunk that lives in my front yard that I also feed. So I have critters, just, not like back home. Alright, so a plain mesh piece, and then one more with the other, and we'll be done with the mesh. Like, if you go driving, you'll see deer, but turkeys, my gosh, this is like turkey country up here. It's crazy. Just unreal, the turkeys. I mean, it's nothing if you have to get like on an interstate here and go somewhere, and just flocks of turkeys on, the median of the road, the sides of the road. Like, it's just crazy. Bears are usually more afraid of you than you are of it. Like, usually they, unless they've been fed, which is a huge no-no. You're just doing them a disservice. You'll usually get them killed if you feed them. But, I mean, this one was scared. Like, it just, it was just wandering around, which we have a couple here that wander, it's their area. And it was about, I don't know, 11:30 midnight, and this one just kind of walked around the truck because he was sitting in the truck smoking. And he just wandered around. I guess he didn't even realize that Randy was there. And Randy said it'd come around because he had the door open and it was coming around there, and it kind of scared him, so it told it to get on out of there, and he said it took off running. So, but yeah. All right, last piece of mesh. I'll show you what we're doing with it. I'm a huge fan of bears, black bears, grizzlies. My favorite place in the United States is actually like the Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons. If any of y'all ever get a chance to go there, go. The most, I think, beautiful place in America. There's a lot of pretty places, but the Yellowstone is just like, I don't know, it's like just different worlds all in one area. It's just kind of weird. Like, if you ever go, like the Mammoth Springs and all the geysers and waterfall and the canyon, that's there. It's like the Grand Canyon and just unreal lake, huge lake. The river runs through there, just tons of waterfall. I mean, it's gorgeous. And then the Grand Tetons. Oh my gosh, the mountains are beautiful. So yeah, it's like I want to go back so bad. Hopefully I get there again one day. Alright, this one's kind of wonky. So give me just a second. Adjust it. Oh, yeah, I got a couple of doves out here too that feed at our feeder. I usually have robins. They want to build a nest on my back porch light. How she manages to build it there, I don't know. I guess she packs enough mud in there and oh, I've been to the Rockies. Well, not in Canada, but out there in Yellowstone and Montana and stuff there. We actually passed through the Rockies. We took the Beartooth Pass out there. It was gorgeous. Shoshone National Forest. Gorgeous. And I'd say it's just as beautiful up there too, Judy. But that's, like I said, I want to go back so bad. It was just beautiful out there. I wanted to go back and be able to see the Grizzly 399. She is like the matriarch of the Tetons. She was 28 years old till she ended up getting hit by a car last year with her. She had her little yearling cub. Don't know if he didn't get hit or she. Don't know if it made it or not, but I always wanted to go out and see her, see if I could catch her and get photos of her. Alright, our last petal. Dana. Yeah, Blue Ridge Mountains are pretty, but Marianne, I'm telling you, you ever get a chance to go to Yellowstone and Grand Tetons, go. Yeah, my mama was doing the Rocky Mountain, the Beartooth Pass there. My mama's afraid of heights. And she kind of had a panic attack. I'm surprised she didn't like totally pinch my dad's leg off because she had a death grip on my dad's leg there. She accidentally kind of looked out over the guardrails. We was going up the mountain there, and she ended up kind of freaking out. So but yeah, Marianne, if you ever get to go, or any of y'all ever get to go to Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. And plan on staying like 2 weeks. I mean, there's enough. Even then, 2 weeks isn't long enough to actually see everything and do everything. But one day, I hope to get back there. And there is a place I do want to go when I'm out there. Oh, honey. They might look naked, but trust me, there's a lot to them. You get up in the top of them, you'll see them mountain goats, you'll see gophers, you'll see. It's. Trust me, there's trees, but even ponds up there on top of the Rockies. We went there, what was it, end of July? Or in July, June, July? Somewhere. June, I think it was. And there's still snow up there, but there was lakes up there in the top and stuff too when you got up to the top, and they had like a parking area there and you could get out, and it was pretty cool. Unless you're my mom. she didn't care for it. She was in panic mode, bless her heart. Alright. So hopefully here we can add the sign and do up a bow. Oh, I have looked them up, Miss Judy. There's, yeah, okay, end of July, 1st of August. Okay. I was thinking end of July, 1st of August, but yeah, those are beautiful, Judy, I will say. Those parks. I'm in a lot of photography groups and stuff. One of the bigger ones is the Yellowstone, Jackson Hole, Grand Teton. Because I love a lot of, like outdoor photography stuff. And okay, so oh my gosh, there's tons of elk there in Yellowstone. Shoo, tons and tons. That's where I actually got to see my first elk. Good old Colorado. It's also where I got to see my first bald eagle. It was out there too. Okay, so tuck that under there. Get our sign on here. Start down here at the bottom. And I've been past New York City to the north. I'm in Canada. I was in Ontario, there at Niagara Falls. I've been in Toronto. I'd like to go over into like the Yukon part though. Yeah. Okay, there it is. Okay, I know I marked it. So whether to. Let's get our things, pipe cleaners down through here. And again, I'm gonna grab one of my handy dandy needles. Put this down in here with. Oh my gosh, yes. We were in the Yellowstone and we'd been driving around and we had to pee really, really bad. I mean, really bad. So, of course, when you're out and about, the only place really to go, are the outhouses that, that national parks and stuff have. And so we got there, and of course, there was a buffalo there right along the oh, moose are huge. Holy crow. Whew. And they're humongous. So there was a daggone buffalo or bison right there by the bathroom. And of course, you know, it was chilling. There was no, you were not going to get around this buffalo. Like, you know, it was stomping and, you know, just letting you know, hey, I'm here. You're not, you know, you're not getting in here. So there was a park ranger there, and so they were taking turns with the men's restroom, letting women go in and use the men's bathroom because of that buffalo. Oh, I'll tell you. And we were like busting to pee, and it was like you had to go a good ways. Sorry, I'm gonna touch this up here with the lighter a little bit. The ends of that is wanting to fray. And it was a good ways to get to the next set of, you know, restrooms. So, and oh yeah, we tried the bison and elk and there's several. What was it? Elk, bison. There was a couple other things. Like there was a shop there inside. I think it was there at Yellowstone, and you could try different like meats and stuff of the critters around there. They were all good. What we tried, I liked them. I mean, all right, and again for this top one, I'm going to use my needle again to get down in here. But, yeah, I seen my first moose up here when the winter after I moved up here. First winter there, well, it was in February. They are big. Big old critters. That is for sure. Alright, see if I can get this wiggle down through here. Where we're at though, they normally don't come down this far. That was like a rare occurrence when we seen the one we did. It's pretty wild that we actually got to see it. For a minute I thought I put those two pipe cleaners in the same hole. Okay, so there is our sign put on. I'm gonna bring that one up over. And we'll have to kind of touch that one up a little bit too. Okay. Like I've ate bear. I mean, my uncle and them, you know, have shot those. It's kind of greasy. Not really a big fan of it, but it was alright. Okay, so let's make a boat. Move that out a little bit, lay that down on there. So now I got these, which this come with a kit, and this also come with a kit. So I was kind of thinking, what do y'all think? Do you like those? Oh my gosh, Marianne, you are too funny. Or should, instead of like this, should I use like an all white instead of that one? I don't think I have a white that thin. I think I have a 7/8 one. Or would the all white look funny? What y'all think? Should I use this or should I put a white in there? Let me grab my white here. Okay. And again, I don't know how we keep getting like crooked here. Unless it's me with my mat. I guess it's me with my mat. Should I do like an all white instead of this one? What y'all think? Excuse me. Goodness. My gosh, is anybody gonna help out? God, Marianne. I don't know whether I want to do tails. I think I kind of will do tails. I guess if I don't like them, I can always cut them off. You like the white? Like the white? Okay. White it is. Toss that out of the way then. I like the white too. You like the checker one better? Well, I was kind of like having it here. But then I was like, well, having that black on that and then that. That's why I was like, well, do another, you know how we got light colors. You like the checkered one? I guess when we get to it, I can put the white on and then I can do the checkered and we'll see what one we like better. Or I could do both. Hey. Okay, the leaves, green. Or I kind of threw this in because of the jute color. I mean, that don't have to. I could always just. Then I was like, that ain't really. Okay. Let's get to making it and we'll figure it out, I reckon. Now I'm going to go ahead and put tails on this. If I don't like it, I can always whack it off, I guess. So, see, I don't know. This has got nice thick wire in it, don't get me wrong, but it constantly wants to twist. I don't know what is up with that. But it is about annoying. Don't know if it's just like this. I don't know. Alright, we're going to do, I believe, 6-inch loops. I think that'll look good starting out. So, there's a 6. hopefully it'll do pretty good. Seems like it does good, like in the loops, but when it comes to being straight, it just, I mean, like one side of it wants to curl in. I don't know what it is with it. Alright, I'm going to do something a little different. Or would that be too much? Hang on, let me think a second here. Might make it too big. I'll just deal with this. I don't even know spray. It's the wire. It's something to do with this wire. I've never seen the likes of it. Like maybe if I folded the ends up, it'd be alright, like some people do. I don't really like that look instead of dovetailing, but I don't know. That's why I didn't use it in the ribbon tails, because let me show you what I mean in the ribbon tails. Like, it's beautiful ribbon, don't get me wrong. But when I went to do my ribbon tails, see what I mean? How it curls? Like one side's okay, but the other side it'll curl under and it don't look good. I don't know. It was just, it's weird. Like it's got good heavy duty wire in it, but it don't, it wants to curl for some reason. I don't know. Like I said, it is beautiful ribbon. Don't get me wrong. But see how, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, like, well, this is like a fabric. And then it's got, you know, like, it's a fabric and it's got that embossing in it. So, I don't know. Like I said, the wire is nice in it, you know, but for some reason that wire just, it wants to twist. So, I don't know. And, I mean, I don't know. I've never seen, you know, it's just wild. So that's why I didn't use it in ribbon tails, but then it kind of, where it was too wide, it hid too much of that black and white check in the mesh too, so that was another reason I didn't use it. So I wonder, I'll just leave it there. That's it. Alright, let's... Like I said, I don't really think it's the fabric, it's the wire. The wire keeps wanting to like twist in it. Because I can sit here and I'll sit here and I'll straighten it, like, you know, I even like done it on the edge of the table and stuff. But as soon as you lift it up, it curls again. So see, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I give up. Alright, I'm going to do this one at 6 inches too. So that's why I say I don't really think spraying it with anything will help. It's the wire itself. For some reason. I ain't holding my tongue wrong. Trust me, I've tried everything with this and just, I don't know. It's odd. Odd. Never seen anything like it. It's odd. And it could just be my roll of ribbon. It might not even do that. You know, it could just be the roll. Excuse me, the roll I have. I don't know. I just know it's odd. Alright, so this, I'm going to do it 5 inches. Bring it down. And do this, you always want to put that twist in there, get the underside of the ribbon. That way when it does the loop, you get the right side of the ribbon on top. Come over here, twist. Put that down in there, our 5 inches. This time I'm going to bring this tail up. I didn't want to do that with the green and stuff because just how that ribbon is. Kind of afraid to. Okay. Then we'll bring this one in. Hello, Aline. I really wish they'd quit folding in the ribbon. They waste like an inch or so of the ribbon by folding it under. They used to not do that. Alright, so this time, since I have this one tail here, good grief, wire coming out the end on that. Whew. Fold that up so it won't keep coming out. So since I have that one there, I'm going to put this one on this side. And then just start my loop on this side. Well, thank you, Marianne. And I'm also going to do 5-inch loop on this too. And this one will be for sale too, y'all. So it's just the way it looks, my dear. They're both 6. Sorry. Thank you though. I really appreciate you looking out for me, Miss Sherry. But yeah, it's 6. Here's the 6, and here's the 6. So they're both 6s. Thank you, hon. All right, so 5 and 5. All right. And 5 here, and then I'm just gonna bring this one up here. Don't ever be afraid to ask, like, if I done something wrong, because I absolutely could have. Trust me. Just like earlier, I misspoke. Like, don't be afraid to ask if I done something wrong. Because I definitely appreciate it if I did. Okay, so there's that. So let's, where's the end? Hello. There we go. Maybe. Wait. I'm gonna have to cut it because I can't get it to come loose. And cut that because they folded it in. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put this white one on this side, just because of the white on the other side, so to say. Okay, and then we'll do this one. Everything's wanting to catch. Do our little twist. Move these down. So we'll do this one at 4. Right. Give it that twist. Move this down so I can see what I'm doing. Do that one at 4. All right. Do that down, then we'll get our little black checker here. If I can get it open up too. Tonight just ain't my night with the ribbon, y'all. For some reason. For some reason. Come on. There's the tape. There we go. Finally. Okay. So, let's see here. So I may just go ahead, instead of doing the one little loop, just go ahead and do a 4-inch loop maybe. See what it looks like to go with our white. If I'm not like that, okay. Or not actually. Yeah, I think we'll just make this our little center loop, but I am going to give it long tails. Yeah, because I think if I do a big loop in that, it will be too much. Oh no. Okay, so let's bring that up. Hello, Susan. Okay, now let's grab us. You like it over the white? Yeah. I didn't like a full loop, so we'll just use it as a little middle. Let's see, am I gonna need a bigger? Shouldn't. Okay, so let's get our pipe cleaner and run it under through here. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and add. Hang on. I'm gonna cut a piece off of my thing over and add to this because it's going to be just a hair too short, I think, putting it on the board. But two of them is going to be a little too long if I put two pipe cleaners together. But adding just a little piece should do what I need. Okay. So there we go there. Alright. So let's see if we can get all this gathered up here. Grab me a zip tie. Put it right over top here. Alright. Hopefully keep our stack. Hopefully. Alright. This. Here. Alright, move our bow maker out of the way. Ugh. Okay, so let's see. Get all those up there. All these down here. Hopefully. Go ahead in here and fluff up our loops. And to fluff a loop, just take your fingers in there and just spread apart the loops. Hopefully. Let me bring that down. And I'm just kind of making these alternate of each other. I'm going to put the green on the bottom on this side and then the green on the top on this side, hopefully going to stay. And then the checkered on the top over here. What are we sold 101, 103? What are we buying this, Sandra? Are we watching Damon? Is Damon having a sale going on? As far as I know, Miss Dana, this one's still available. I ain't seen nobody say it's sold yet. I don't know what Miss Sandra's doing. I don't know if she's watching Damon and wanting to buy stuff from Damon, but her comments are here or what's going on. I don't know what she's doing. I know he was, well, Parker was live earlier. This. Let's go down here. Oh, you can just message me on this one, Dana, if you want to buy this. You can message me, dear. Just send me a message and we'll work it out. Okay, so let's get this white in here. think. I hope. Okay. So let's go ahead and, well, no. I'll wait and cut the dovetails once I put it on here. Whew. Getting strings from something here. Oh, it's off of this one. Okay. Alright. So now let's get this bad boy in here. Do I want to put it up that far? Yeah, that looks good, I think. Get my darning needle out here again. Get this put down through the holes here. Or should I go up one so it'll... No, it'll be too far. Okay. I think we're good. Sorry, trying to figure this out. May put this one up the next hole. Actually. Okay. That over to the side. Didn't squish that one. Put that in there. I don't know. Might have put that up too high. There we go. That way it don't hide that. Okay. So let me pull this here. Don't want to pull it too tight. Ouch. One thing. Just pinch that where I put that on there. Okay, let's see. Get that. Sorry, I'm trying to get it shoved up in here. All right, now I'm gonna have to stand. Okay. Let me move some of this. I need a bigger table, dang it. All right. Not too high with this one. I want to go that high. Oops, actually, I went the wrong way with that. There we go. Okay, I hope. So let's go up here and get these dovetailed. Yep. That one too much on one side there somehow. There we go. I am gonna send that because don't, it's gonna ravel bad. Alright, I'll do it here in a minute. I quit worrying about it now. Alright, so careful not cut my finger. Alright, and then just that one. Okay, move it on up. Now let's cut these tails. Hopefully this don't give me fits. Like I said, that wants to twist. This side isn't, but that side is. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get the wheel. Like I said, it's gorgeous ribbon. Just don't understand that wire. I put enough of a slant in that for some reason. Here we go. Yeah, you're gonna go where I don't want you to go, ain't you? Yeah, me too. Like I said, it was kind of just plain right there. So I thought, well, I'm gonna add it to the top. That way it's kind of in and, you know, it don't show as bad or, you know what? Well, maybe not. Yeah, I did actually. Somehow that got twisted the wrong way. You know me, I like to do different when I can. Alright, now grab this one and we'll call it a day. Okay. Now, I think I told y'all wrong too on the ribbon tails because we only end up doing what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I said cut 9, which, like I said, you could put it in behind the bow if you want. I may go back and actually add one right here because you would be able to see it, but then again, it ain't gonna matter. Okay, so let me turn it around. Y'all ain't gonna be able to see the whole thing like that way anyway. So let me bring it up. I may have to bring the sign in a little bit too. I may have got it over too far. I actually think I want it in a little more, but whew, watch all the way up to the ceiling. Ha. So, okay. I'm not good with this camera angle thing either, so here we go. Push out the tails. There it is. And I think I am going to move that sign over here. I'm going to move it over a set. And then I'll probably come in here and add maybe a little bit of the greenery to the bow. So, all right, y'all. So there it is. So yeah, I will move the sign over, I think, a set of holes just to kind of keep it within the thing. Well, thank you, everybody. It is pretty. Thank you bunches. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it so much. Just trying to think whether I'll go live on my page Thursday or not. I'm not quite sure. But again, this kit, last I looked, it was still available on Unique Creek. So if you do go and make a purchase, if you don't care, put Keri in the code at checkout. It will help me on my affiliate link. I'd appreciate it bunches. And let's see. Oh. It's gorgeous. It's a nice everyday wreath, something you can leave up spring to Christmas. I mean, you know, it's one of them awesome wreaths that you can leave out. So sweet. And I don't know what our schedule will be next month, so I don't know if I'll be here next Tuesday or not. And again, I don't know if I'll be live on my page or not Thursday. I'm still trying to get some of this stuff packed up, and I've been working on my flower thing. So if I do go live Thursday, I'll post it on my page. So I guess I'll see you all then, or in a week or 2 weeks on Unique in the Creek, one or the other. So see you later, guys.